Hello there. This is the introduction to my next video. But before we start the next video, I'd just like to talk about my last video. I did have some problems with the sound, and a few people mentioned it. And I mean, the problem was that I had problems with my tablet. It's an Android tablet, quite old now, but still very serviceable. But for some strange reason, the volume would go up and down, and it was causing me a bit of a problem. So I went online to see if I could fix it, and there was all sorts of suggestions. But to cut a long story short, I couldn't fix it. I mean, I tried rebooting my whole system and caused myself no end of problems with connectivity and getting onto the internet. But it was sorted anyway. So yeah, I've got a new Android device now, and I've checked it all, and it's working perfectly. So I hope this next series of videos, the sound quality will be a lot better. And what else I was going to do? Oh yeah, that's it. So then, right. So this next video is about the driveway and the yard. Preparing it and putting some stone down, building a dry stone wall around the rubbish pile, the garbage pile that I have. Also, oh yeah, there's a little bit. When we had a bit of rain, I moved inside and I did the ceiling. I finished off the ceiling in my tool room, bedroom stroke tool room, and so I did a little. There's a little bit of that on it, and also the septic tank. So we have. We have some news on the septic tank, so shall we see what's happened? Let's go. Let's roll the video. So we're promised some dry weather now, and I decided to start doing the groundworks in preparation for getting some stone down on my yard and driveway. And here's my friend Richie. Very kindly brought his machines down to do it for me. And the first job we're doing here is breaking down the old pigsty. There's a dry stone wall left here with lots of garbage. As you can see, there's a old tire there. We're finding lots and lots of rubbish. But anyway, yeah, so he's knocking this wall down, and we're going to put it into the dumper. And we shall take it over to where we're going to build the wall. I had a go myself with the machine because he was a little bit busy for the first few days, and he said, "Oh, just take the machine and have a go yourself." But I wasn't very good. I think you need a good bit of practice before you can use these machines. And I managed to dig a bit of a trench to put the electric cable down to the barn, but that was all. When I tried grading it, I was making more of a mess than anything else. So I decided to wait for Richie to come, and as you can see, he's an absolute expert with this machine, and he did in 2 hours what I spent 2 days doing. And he did it properly as well. So basically here now we're just loading the dumper up, and he's going to take it over there, around to. You can just see in the background there. That's where we're going to build the wall around the rubbish, and hopefully, I've never built a dry stone wall before, and so it'll be a new experience. Yeah, you can see the shot here now. We're going to build the wall around here, and he's almost loaded the dumper, so we can put that load in. All this area now is prepared in what you can see in the foreground here. This area has all been prepared, and we're ready to put stone down. So I think we'll need probably about 40 or 50 ton of stone to put, and probably maybe about, I don't know, about 100 millimeters thick or something like that.
Spoil my video.
Oh yeah, here's the first load of stone, It's called a Road Mix 804, and basically it's a graded from 40 millimeters down to dust. So there is a foundation material, and once you roll it, the dust forms a harder surface and fills all the gaps in. So hopefully it should be a good job. But so yeah, that's the first load of gravel, and now we're starting to spread it out. It's you can see. I was trying to do this, and I was just absolutely hopeless, you know. But he's an expert with it. So yes, I'm very happy to be getting this job done. I mean, originally I was going to wait for another month or two until we had much better weather, but we had a very nice dry week, and I thought, oh, I may as well take advantage of that, and so we got started on it. It's it'll make a big difference because every time it rains, this upper section of the driveway is not too bad, but the lower section by the barn, it's really, really muddy and really horrible. So I'm hoping this will. Oh, this is the section I'm talking about now. This bit here, we've made a road up through to the back of the property as well. That was very steep before, but he's graded it out. And here's the dry stone wall that Richie has constructed. I helped him a bit as well, but he did 3/4 of it, and yeah, it's looking okay. I think it's got to take. We have to put in about another 30 centimeters, about 12 inches yet on top, and all this rubbish then will be pulled down a little bit, and we'll form a platform on the top, and it should be really nice. So that's what we've been doing in the last few days.
Okay, we'll start at the top here. Here's the small lane, the boreen, and here's the gravel we've put down. We're not quite finished. We just have to do some final raking over and compacting, but it's looking pretty good. I'm just going to take a walk down and show you. I've also put some gravel right up against the cottage there, so that used to be a very muddy patch. So yeah, very pleased with that. And as we come down, you can see here the extension. The extension is almost undermined here. I mean, the way they built it is crazy, but that's the way it is. My friend Richie, he brought these huge boulders up and dropped them here, and we're going to put some more around there just to well, it's probably stable, but it will help. I mean, it's been there for 50 or 60 years. I don't think it's going to be subsiding now, but it's just to tidy it up and that. So as you can see here now, we've also built a dry stone wall. It's still in progress. Obviously it's got to be, the height's got to come up probably another 30 or 40 centimeters. That's about just over a foot or so. And here now you can see the top. The rubbish has virtually disappeared. He's done a really good job. He's graded all this down, and he's put a couple of dumper loads of topsoil on there, and it's looking really good. And we'll just come back to that in a minute. So and then carrying on down, here's the towards the barn. Now we've had five loads of stone, and they're 10-tonner loads, so we've had 50 ton of stone. This stone is called 804. It's a graded stone, and it's graded from about 40 millimeters down to dust. That's about 1.5 inches to dust. So and it's great stuff, you know. So once it's compacted, it should go really hard on the top. And just down here, we've just got to finish this little bit. Richie will be coming back early next week, and just to smooth that off a little bit and put some stone down towards the end of the barn. This will be handy for parking my trailer and stuff, you know. And you can see all the garbage and the rubbish further down. Oh, it's a nightmare with all the rubbish and bushes, but anyway, we'll get there eventually. Okay, so we'll go across here now, and slowly as she goes, and you can see now Richie has made a proper roadway up here, a proper ramp. Before it was very steep, so he's dug this out and we've come right up, and you can see the dumper still there, and cleared this area here. And we're going to put some more stone a little bit further, about another 3 or 4 meters past where the stone is now, and I can bring the car right up now. I've already brought it up to the back door, and it's so handy. I mean, when getting shopping and heavy stuff, I can bring it right to the back door. It's very, very nice. And here, I'll just swing around now, and here is all the grey. See this, if you've seen my previous videos, you see the amount of garbage that was in here and rubbish. It was unbelievable, but it's starting to look really tidy. And here the stone wall goes around again. This section here is about the height it's going to be all the way around. So another day. I'm just doing a little bit slowly because these stones are quite heavy, and even with the trolley and that, it's not easy, but slowly. Okay, and just while we're here, I'll just take you up on top, and this is the area here. You can see the jumble of stones there, and you can see the sewage pipe. That's the vent pipe coming out. Well, the actual pipe for the sewage goes straight through the floor inside and went down. And I'll come to that in a minute anyway. Let me finish this part here, and then I'll come back to it. But I'll tell you what we had to do. So yes, I just wanted to show you this anyway. So it's looking not bad, and it's going to make a lovely area. I'm going to put some tables and chairs here, and this is the views we're going to have over here. You can see the hills in the background. It's beautiful. And I'm going to maybe cut some of these bushes down and just behind the car there a little bit to open up the view a bit. And I'm sorry to move so fast, but okay, I just want to show you over here where Richie's been cleaning up. I mean, look at this garbage. I mean, look at the crap basically that's been pulled out. There was just this area here, there was like an old corrugated shed. I mean, you can see the corrugated iron in the background there, and I mean, there was all sorts of rubbish, and it's just unbelievable. Never seen so much garbage in my life before, but everywhere we dig we're coming across garbage. But I don't know what we're going to do with the rest of it, but we'll see anyway. So just want to take you around here now, and here you can see he's just cleaned up here right behind the outhouses, so that gives me a really good run at the outhouses now. There's just a little bit at the end there that I can clear that bit by hand, that's no problem. But there you go. Yeah, those outhouses are, they must be a couple of 100 years old, because they're on the original old ancient maps, and it's unbelievable. They've just dry stone walls and still standing. Amazing. So anyway, once they've had new roofs on, and we'll do a bit of lime pointing, they should be as good as new. So okay, now let's we'll go back, and now we can talk about the septic tank. And we had a little bit of little bit of a problem, and we ended up digging more holes than we thought, but it was my own fault really. I'll come to that in a minute. So, you know my friend Jai, the water diviner, well, he when he came for about, must be 4 or 5 months ago now, and we tracked the line, and he went all the way down here, and he tracked it all the way down, and I don't know whether, if you look on the previous videos, you're right in the center now between the barn and the tree, there was an ancient stone wall there, you know, very, 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 well, what I thought was very, very old. And I thought, there is no ways they would have tunneled underneath there with the pipe. It's crazy. It must be going through the barn. So we dug a hole across the barn, and I'll take it down there, then we can come back up here. We dug a hole across here just in front of my sawhorse, my log horse there. You can see that where the ground's been disturbed, I think, and just panning it across there. We dug a trench right the way across, expecting to find the pipe, and we didn't find it. I thought, God, that's strange, you know, I just can't figure this out at all. So anyway, when Jai was divining, he came to this spot behind the wall, and I said, and he said, oh, I'm getting a really strong reaction here. I said, it can't be there, Jai. I mean, it's behind this ancient wall, you know, and they wouldn't have tunneled underneath it. Well, I was wrong. I was wrong about my assumptions about it being an ancient wall, because here is the septic tank. I don't know whether you can just see the concrete slabs across the top of it. So, and that is exactly where Jai got a huge reading, and I was saying, no, it can't be there, Jai, because of this ancient wall. So I just assumed that this drystone wall, which was right here, I'm standing virtually where it was now, was was built a couple of 100 years ago or 100 years ago, and it obviously wasn't, because the pipe comes right the way through here straight into the septic tank. So it just shows you don't assume anything. So anyway, I'm very, very happy that we found the septic tank, but what we did while we were still looking, we dug a huge hole up here by the kitchen. I mean, you know, we can see and we went right down to the pipe, and we actually broke into the pipe, and then we got the direction and we rodded it, and then we could see the direction going straight through where the wall was. And I guess that's crazy, you know. But sure enough, it's exactly where Jai said it was. So yeah, I'm very happy now. So yeah, so we're virtually done now. Just a little bit of tidying up, and I can move on to the next project, which will probably be the outhouses. Oh, and just right down the bottom there, we've cleaned through there as well to give better access. So yes, the next project will be the outhouses. If you're enjoying these videos, please like and subscribe, and please leave comments. I mean, I really appreciate them, you know, negative or otherwise. But most of your comments are positive, and I really appreciate it. But just remember, don't be naughty.